Yeah, Browne Greene. Crazy name. 2 colors. Browne Greene.
Browne Greene.
Yeah. I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer.
And I'm in the courthouse on business.
Right.
And what do you want to know?
Let's start with, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
Democrat.
A Democrat, okay. You're obviously a lawyer. Whereabouts are you from?
I mean, where's my office?
No, like where do you live?
I live in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica? So you're California?
No, I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh, you're from Washington.
Yeah.
So obviously you do follow politics, right?
Yeah.
Who do you support in the governor's race?
Jerry Browne.
Jerry Browne. Why is that?
I think he'll make the better governor. I think he will have learned, after so many years in politics, he didn't make a better governor this time around than he did the first time. And I would never vote for a Republican after what they've done to the government and what Schwarzenegger has done. And so we need to recover, and we need to have somebody who knows what they're doing. And I think Jerry Browne, with his background and his legal education and his experience, will do that.
To continue the last conversation, can you specify what Arnold Schwarzenegger has done that you don't like?
Yeah, I mean, number one, he did away with the automobile tax, which automatically put the state in tremendous financial distress. $6 billion a year lost in tax revenues, therefore taking that money away from necessary schools, education, everything the school must do. He's had a completely missing effort in terms of the organizational ability that a governor has to be able to run one of the biggest governments in the world, let alone the state. He's an actor who acted like a governor. He's not a governor.
Yeah.
And you know, we don't need an actor, we need an actual governor.
Yeah. Those are some pretty strong opinions.
Yes.
What do you think California's biggest issues are right now?
Well, they're economic. I think they're structural. I think the biggest issues, including getting rid of Prop 13, the inequity of not giving equal taxation, and therefore taking away necessary tax resources, putting the taxation on every other home owner instead of on everyone. I think the whole crazy idea of term limits is one of the worst things that ever happened.
Right.
In Sacramento today, we have inexperienced running and ruling instead of experienced politicians that should make decisions. I think the idea of having, for example, a 2/3 rule on any taxation increase is insane. So I think those are 3 things that we need to change forthwith.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think should be done about that? Like, how do you think that be dealt with?
In other words, how should those be changed?
Yeah.
Well, number one, do away with Prop 13.
Okay.
Make taxation across the board equally, as far as the ownership of homes, and reinstall a fair taxation on corporate offices, for example. I think that the legislature should be given the authority with majority votes to raise taxes or not.
Yeah.
And I think any idea about term limits should be thrown right out the window. You should elect people based on experience and on their value instead of any crazy notion of limiting how much time they're going to be.
Yeah. Do you know about Whitman and Browne's proposals?
I don't know much about Browne's proposals. He's been playing it close to the vest. Whitman is a Republican. She's there for big business. I mean, that's what her proposal is for. And it's basically feathering the nest of the wealthy and the big business. So I'm not in favor of that.
So, sorry. Do you think that, we all know that Whitman spent $91 million so far and plans to spend $150 million
on purchasing the governorship. Yeah.
So do you think that, and while Jerry Browne has only spent $400,000, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's inequitable. I think it's an insane way to go about electing someone that they allow them, only rich people, to be able to run. What would ever happen to an Abraham Lincoln if he ever showed up? Who doesn't have $1 billion to run? I think we need public financing of campaigns. I'm totally in favor of it. And I think that we would have a much better chance to encourage young people, worthy people to run and get involved and take away money out of the decision making.
Definitely. Any other last words you want to say?
That's enough.
All right, thank you for